Hey everyone, welcome to New Generation Construction YouTube. My name's Corey, and on today's episode, I'm going to teach you guys how to install new construction windows and all of the waterproofing details that have to do with that. Our very first goal this morning, right out the gate, is to get the building watertight. And to do so, all we have to do is take this zip system flashing tape and go over all of our seams on our exterior sheathing. And that will cause the building to be watertight. And yes, it is that simple. With this plywood, this with Huber zip system, the outside membrane that is on it is waterproof. And so as soon as you nail it to the building, it is instantly watertight. And then you go back on all of the joints right here, for example, and you tape them with their tape that they have. And that allows everything to be completely waterproof all the way down the building. So our goal right now is to go around the entire building and get it zip taped, and then we'll cut out our windows, and I'll show you guys how to do that detail on how to tape the windows. Now that our wall's taped, we just cut out the hole for the window. And our first step is going to be flashing the window on this bottom seal. And it's really simple. A lot of people can mess it up, but it's really simple. First thing I'm gonna do is get this seam that I missed, that I forgot to do. So I'm gonna finish that real quick. That's the beauty of this zip system, is it's so easy, so easy. Okay, the first thing I wanna do with flashing this window, the way that we like to do it here at New Generation Construction, is we go like this. We go all the way across, making sure that you get half of the bottom right there of the tape onto the zip system. We go across the edges about 3 to 4 inches, and then here's the magic touch. You take the corner right here and you just cut it at an angle. Cut it at an angle. And the reason being is if water gets behind that window, we do not want it to go down this joint right here, as you can see. So we take the tape, fold it over, and that waterproofs that joint. And believe it or not, it really does work. This tape is a acrylic tape, and the longer that it is stuck to something, the more that it gets stickier and watertight. So I stand heavily behind the zip system tape. It's an amazing product, and it has never failed us. Okay, so now our problem is that little corner right there. So what we do is we take a 6-inch piece of tape, roughly 6 inches, put it in the corner just like so. And they make a product that's called stretch tape that's really good. However, it's very expensive, and a lot of homeowners don't necessarily want to buy it. So this is a little secret touch. And then we cut it past the corner right there, a little bit past the corner, and we stretch it into place like that. And it creates a little bond in that corner, which makes it watertight, and that helps solve that problem right there. Same thing on the other side. Real quick. David's getting the windows ready, just like so. And you can imagine doing this on a big house, how long it takes, and all the details that have to be covered to make sure that every window is perfect. Thankfully, on this garage, we only have 5 windows to do. 2 over there, 1 right there, 1 right here, and then we have 1 in our dormer up top as well. But okay, so now the window's prepped, or the window opening is prepped, and now we're ready for the window itself. These are aluminum windows that the homeowner purchased off of Facebook Market, and so we are going to install them. The main thing that you need to do is make sure they're facing and orientated the correct way. Our weep holes are on the bottom down here, and then our screen goes out. You do not want to install the window backwards or upside down. Make sure the weep holes are going down. One thing to note as well is stickers on the window. Always leave them on if you're getting it inspected. The inspector wants to see
the rating of the window. So we are getting inspected here, so we have to leave that on. But now we're ready. Let me get the nail gun. We use 1 3/4 ring shank galvanized nails to go around the outside. We use a coil siding nailer to nail through the flange, just like so. Boom, 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 all the way around, about every 6 inches. And David's getting the laser set up for the inside. That will make sure that it's perfectly level. We already know that it should be spot on using our jacks, because we framed it, but just to be safe, we got the laser, and so we're ready to go. We already nailed around the perimeter right here. Got that all re-nailed. After we cut it out, we went ahead and added more nails just to make sure everything's secure. And so now we are ready for the window. First thing that we're gonna do is David's gonna put 2 squares down on the window seal. And what that does is that spaces the window up off of the framing, and it leaves room for expansion. And then we drop it in just like that. And then he tells me what to do from the inside. On the inside, what he's doing is he's spacing it evenly from the right to left. He's giving an even gap down that side as well as that side to the best of your ability. Sometimes you can't always do that. And then he'll tell me where to nail it once it's level and ready to go. Everything's ready to go. And just like that, that window is in. These aluminum windows are really nice when you go to nail them around the perimeter flange. You don't have to worry about them breaking. A lot of times on vinyl windows, when you go to nail these, that they'll chip and they'll break. But the way you can avoid that is you can set the gauge on your framing or your coil nail gun. And there's a little dial on, typically on every nail gun there's a dial. This dial is right here on the bottom under the trigger, and you spin this little knob right there. And what it does, as you can see by the little pictures, is you spin that way and it makes the nail drive deeper. And if you spin back towards you, it makes the nail drive farther out, leaves the head more proud. But thankfully with the aluminum windows, we don't necessarily have to worry about it. They're pretty strong. And then also on vinyl windows, you can aim for the holes. Vinyl windows have holes that are already indicated around the entire flange to help with that, but the aluminum ones are really easy, and really it's just preference on what you can afford, whether it be aluminum, vinyl. They even make fiberglass windows. And so, but that's already installed. So the last thing we need to do while David's prepping the other window seals, just like how we did on the bottom, the last thing I have to do is go around and tape the perimeter of this window. And so what you do first is you do the sides, always the sides of the window first, and then the top. You want to overlap your tape from the plywood to the flange, just like so. Go all the way down the window. And this is the beauty of this tape. So immediately as soon as I put this tape on, it could rain. It could rain and this building would be watertight. And so that's super, super helpful in the construction world, because you don't have to wait for cure time on silicone or anything like that. You simply just put the tape on and it's dry. It helps us out tremendously. It's way better than Tyvek. You don't have to do a lot of details. Tyvek, you have to do a lot of overlapping and make sure you shingle it properly. With the zip system tape, super, super, super convenient. Okay, so now that we got our sides done, just like so, we immediately go to the top, and that will make the top and the sides waterproof. And there's one thing that's very critical that a lot of people forget, is you do not want to tape the bottom, which I'll explain very quickly. All right, so that's watertight. Everything watertight all the way around it. And the reason you do not want to tape the bottom, you want to leave it undone, just like so. Do not tape the bottom of your window, so that if any moisture or any water or anything fails on what we did, water can get in there, and then you're talking a very little amount of water. If it ever does get in, it has a way to get out. If you trap it, mold or rot or any of that will happen underneath the window on the window sill. This allows a little bit of air and a little bit of opportunity for that water to get out, which saves us, gives us insurance, gives the homeowner insurance, and that's a standard protocol throughout all of the homes of the US. So if you ever see a window that's taped on the bottom, immediately stop them and tell them not to do that, because that's a big no-no. But that's the first window, and we're going to prep these other two and the last one as well over there that David's already doing. All right, here's the second window going in right now. Tell them what we need, bro.
Lift up on it, right and put the spring on. All right, let it down.
There you go. Same as before, he's gonna line it up with the laser, and then he's also going to evenly distribute it on the sides. And this one, since there's two side by side, what we're gonna do is, once we get this one put in, what we need? Okay. That nail didn't grab. I got it, I'll pull it out. Here's a prime example of a little oopsie. Okay. Alright, that's everything? Okay. Did that one miss?
Yeah.
That one did? And sometimes you do miss, which is fine. It happens. Sometimes you're... Just hit them out. Take them out. You're never perfect. You know, I've been doing this for years. You still have your oopsies. And take your time. You don't have to nail it super fast. There's nothing to show off about. Because I promise you, if you break a $300-400 window, showing off is not going to be that cool. All right, so now that we got this one put in, immediately with this window, what we're gonna do is a little bit different. Same as before, he's gonna level it. We're gonna put it in like normal. We're gonna use the squares underneath. However, right here in the middle, we're gonna make sure that they have the same spacing all the way up. So that is a little bit more important. I would argue more important than level. Because when you look at the building, your eye is going to notice if that space shrinks or grows on one side, so it's more important to do the same spacing as far as measurement wise. If it's 4.5 inches on the bottom, do 4.5 inches on top. And that's a good rule of thumb for remodeling too. With new construction, you can probably do both of them perfectly level. You shouldn't have any issues. But here we go. Where at? Down here? Okay, and then now, hold it real quick. We got 5 and a 16th. We got 5, okay. And it needs to go that way, just a 16th. Right there, that's it. Nail the top. This is the 4th window going in. All right, he's getting it set up. The hardest part about me is I have to be patient. Let him tell me what he needs. Okay, everything?
Yeah, toda.
Sweet. All right, now that window's done. All 4 windows are put in on the bottom. Now we're gonna put the last one in on top. I think like that. All right, here we go. Make sure you hang on to it really well. Climb the ladder, be very careful. David's getting the laser set up. Okay. Oh, it's a little heavy. Okay. All right, we're in.
Okay, hold on.
You want me to lift up the corner?
No, está bien.
That works? Okay.
Nomás acá. Lift up this side. Bring it down. Ahí está.
Other side is good? All right, there's one problem, bro.
Yeah.
I left the nail gun on the ground. You wanna, you wanna hold it?
Let me just get it even.
Okay. That's an error on my part. Whoops. Okay, take 2.
Put a nail on that bottom right corner.
Bottom right corner? Okay. Got it.
Okay. Oh, you're holding it?
Yep, I got it now, bro.
Okay.
Tell me what you need.
Lift up the window.
The whole thing?
Yeah, like right there, lift it up, like in the middle.
Okay.
I can put the. Okay. Okay. Clavo allí.
Right here in the middle?
Hold on. No, on the top right. I got the top right.
Top right? Okay. All right.
Yeah, right there.
Okay.
Let's see. Let me see.
This one's being a little bit complicated, but it's part of the process. A lot of times with these longer windows, they have a lot of flex to them, so it's real long, real narrow, so it can flex on the sides and the top, which makes it hard to level, because you'll level this side, then you'll come over here, get this side where it needs to be, and then it'll make that side out of level. So what he just did is he wanted me to nail the top and the bottom of that side, get it good, and then now he's gonna try and tweak this side and get it to where it's supposed to be. Let me get ready and get my nail gun switched over to my left hand. Okay.
Métele un clavo aquí en medio.
In the middle? Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So see how he did the middle? Because this has a lot of flex, so he did the middle where it's supposed to go. Now he's lifting up this side.
Clávala. Toda.
And then he said nail everything. Here's a good example of the difference of aluminum and vinyl. So this window was purchased off Facebook Market as well to the homeowner, and he got a vinyl window. And as you can see, the vinyl window has pre-drilled holes on where to fasten screws or nails. I'm using a nail gun, so I should be able to shoot anywhere, but you have to be careful because sometimes it will cause the flange to break. So you have to be really careful on your placement and your depth on the gun. Like that. That's a prime example. That just broke a piece off. And like that. So I'm going to shoot the hole instead. Yep. Shoot in the hole. And I would always check with your inspector, see what he wants. I have a little bit of experience, so I know a lot of times inspectors, all they really look for is every 6 to 8 inches of nails, which is basically every other hole. And now obviously we're putting tape around this already, so your inspector has to be really picky for him to want you to pull the tape off and look. All right, all of our windows are now done, so the next thing that we're gonna do is go back to finishing all of the zip tape all around the building. We have that one side already complete, which I did just a second ago, earlier this morning. I started on it, which is right there. So that side is completely watertight, even the windows taped, and we're gonna replicate that on all 4 sides of the building. That one's done. So now we got this back, left, and the front. So I'm gonna time lapse that and get this thing knocked out, and we will begin the siding immediately following that.
That's it for this video. All of the windows are officially installed, all of the waterproofing details are complete, and we are now able to move on to the next thing of installing the siding. Stay tuned for that next video, but that's a wrap for this one.